stress to high hell. So I'm just existing today.
hear me while we're getting ready live.
Oh. I'm not ready yet, chat. That's okay. I was trying to get a custom link. Okay, let's take it in. I am not feeling well, chat. Let's pretend like everything's fine. I'm going to the drafts gallery. I have something important to say.
Ooh.
We just jumped in.
Wait.
We're zoomed out. Don't worry about it. Where music? Get it backwards, chat.
Ah, there we go.
Get it backwards the whole time. I was just sitting there on a dead screen with no music and my voice instead of music and not my voice. I'm not feeling well today. Ah, gosh. It's okay. No music. I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. Just chilling. Oh. Chat. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sandbox Game live stream. Today is August 5th, 2022. The time, 8:10 p.m. our local time, but it may be August 6th, 2022, where you are. If you're joining us in the Asia Pacific, good morning. If you're joining us in India, good morning. If you're joining in Africa, Europe, good morning to you. Very early if you're joining us in one of those two regions. I'll tell you that. Diraj MK asks, when new music? I could just do it. I could just turn it over right now. Get some new music for you. Chat, good evening to those of you joining in South America and NA. If you're in North America, why aren't we going to hang out today? What's wrong with you guys? You know what I mean? Drive up. Let's go. Chat, a very important news for you. Thanks to Julia G. Julia that is in the chat right now, who shared this email that went out to the Sandbox Game team with me just to make sure I didn't miss it today. This is an internal email that I shouldn't read verbatim, all right? But I'm going to get pretty darn close to it. Today we launched the KYC test campaign for 1,000 users. Just in case you see some comments on Discord or Twitter. All right? This is a test to monitor how the KYC works for 1,000 random users who claimed rewards in Season 2. So, if you received an email from contact@sandbox.game and only contact@sandbox.game today with regards to verifying your account, then you may be able to do that early before other users. The best way to test this, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up, is that you can go to sandbox.game and click settings in the top right for your chance to KYC right now. And I'm going to open a new window. That way I don't reveal some information. All right, I'm going to go to sandbox.game and show you where that would be. Click on your avatar in the top right here. Click on settings. And if you have the function over here, account verification on the left side, you can click this and it will say not verified. You can attempt to verify. To do so, once you have done so, sorry, I'm getting messages. Today's been a wild day for Joe. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of fires to put out for me. But nonetheless, you can verify here on your account verification page if you're one of the 1,000 people. Meaning, once again, you would have had to have claimed rewards in Alpha Season 2, and you will have to have gotten lucky in a sense, because there were 10,000 pass winners in Alpha Season 2, so you might have claimed and not received this email as well. Don't worry, don't stress. This is the first test as we get ready to bring it to the general public. I mentioned to you that I have done this myself. You can see it on the screen that says I am verified on August 2nd at 4:25 p.m. UTC. So I did this a couple of days ago, and the process is fairly simple. So I'm going to break it down for you now. Essentially, you're going to have a button that you can click on here that says, I'd like to try to verify. It's going to bring a pop-up to you on your screen. In that pop-up, there is a link. You could send it to your mobile phone if you want. This is the easiest way to do it. This is the way that I did it. Then you pull out your mobile device, and it's going to say, take a selfie. Pretty straightforward. Then the circle will get larger and say, take another selfie, which is just a closer one to make sure that you are a 3D human being and not a picture of yourself. And then take a photo of a valid identification. So I did so with a passport, and it went through within a couple of hours. I mentioned that as well. So yeah, that's the whole process. It's very straightforward, went very quickly, nice and easy, and then you're ready for Alpha Season 3 to be able to get those play and earn rewards. If, of course, you win one of the passes or get in the top on the high scores list. Get near the, there's a large number of people that'll be able to win prizes on the high scores list, but you'll need to be in that space. Dr. Metaverso asking an important question in the chat right away that I am going to address right away. You can see.
For sure. I was about to ask you.
Says, what third-party verification company are we using for this KYC? You can see on that page, when you have that page, there is a frequently asked questions button. Excuse me, that you can open. And there are some basic questions about KYC here, but then also, before you do the verification, if you want to check the terms of service, the company by which, quite frankly, I don't remember the name off the top of my head because I did it a couple of days ago, and the way that the news flows in, I end up forgetting these sorts of things off the top of my head. But what that pop-up there is a button with a little question mark on it where you can click and you can view the full TOS of what you are doing, right? If you're not comfortable with doing the KYC, that's at your discretion. Just know that those users who are interested in earning must KYC in order to be able to earn. But Just Being Sandy in the chat saying, I missed out, no email for me. Don't worry, Just Being Sandy, because this is just the first wave to be sure that we could handle the load as we go. And this is a normal process. Typically, when we have these sorts of processes, we'll have small batch groups test. Does it work well? Does it work without a hitch, right? Assuming that those 1,000 people who receive that email are going to do it, most of them will do it within this 24-hour period. And then does it continue to flow well? And if it does, take it to the next level and bump it up to a larger group. So, yeah, got a lot going on. But, Conrad, I want to answer a bunch of questions today because yesterday was almost exclusively questions, and with the caveat chat that, quite frankly, I am not feeling well today. I mentioned it a couple of times. I'm actually kind of stomach sick right now. So if at any point we may have to close this one down early, unless Conrad can just take over the whole thing. But in order to do that, I would have to go turn off the stream, and then he would take it. So just letting you know that I may not. I'm kind of feeling a little off. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, we got some questions in the chat, Conrad. Looks like there are some coming up.
Oh yeah, you can see them right there.
Yes, sir.
Right on the top here.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna
from Tokita.
Okay.
We got a question: do we need to KYC before we play the season in the sandbox, or do we not KYC after we played all the maps and ended all the quests, season 3? So, in order to play the game, do we have to KYC?
So you don't have to KYC to play. However, if you do earn the pass and you're going to potentially earn the sand, or if you own any of the assets that get you guaranteed rewards, you will need to KYC in order to be able to claim those rewards. The rewards claim period is at the end of the season, but personally, I recommend that people, if you're intending on claiming, don't wait just in case there are delays, because it could well be that a lot of people wait and then everybody's trying to do it at the end, and there's undue frustration. Really, we have 10 weeks to set this up and make sure everybody's registered with KYC that would be earning or potentially earning or whatnot. And once you're KYC'd, once you're good, your account is set forever. So there, for me personally, I did it now, right? Because I own some assets that I know are going to get me some guaranteed earnings. So I didn't want to wait. As soon as I could, I did, just because I like it. I'm going to do it anyway. So I say, why wait? All right. Marco Galvano. Yes. Okay. So I'm on the same speed here. Saying, can we join Twitter contests and just KYC after we win? like I said, theoretically, sure, yeah, that's possible, Marco. If you didn't, you've never won something before, but there are 10,000 passes to distribute, and they can only be given to those who are KYC'd. So just know that. The Twitter contest, of course, you could win. You wouldn't be able to claim at the time, but you can win and then KYC if you like. But it's better, in my opinion, to just do it and get it out of the way, because again, you're going to run into that issue. Possibly if you're part of the raffle on the very last day and you and 5,000 other people all decided to just wait until you won, you may see a delay. All right. So.
Right. Old Juan Lululand wants us to be playing some Ice Cream Factory when we can get around to it.
Yeah, all right.
Fourth page here, okay. So
we're still it's on page 4?
Page 4 is what we're going to be looking for.
Okay, Uncle Grumpy17 asking a question in the chat. Can I do a duck face in my selfie? You're not going to want to do that, because it's going to, as it's searching for authenticity, and this is a good question just because, typically when you take a passport photo, and this kind of the similar mindset, they tell you, like, don't smile, right? Don't, sure, maybe you're a happy person by default, but usually you just want to, like, stoic face, picture, then zoom in on yourself, picture again, because it's looking for 3D authenticity. So if you do a duck face and you're like, and then you go zoom in on that, it might just, misread it in that way. Let's see here.
Yeah, this is a very good question that a lot of people are really curious about. So what happens to those prizes that are won by accounts that didn't KYC?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't get a straight full answer on that yet, because this question was asked like 6 or 7 days ago or so, and I asked the CTO if there was like a way to bump out those people, but realistically, those unclaimed prizes may end up stuck, in the sense that we want you to be able to claim not just on day, like, day 0 or whatever at the end of the alpha. You don't have to claim the same day. So it may be that there are a number of those prizes that people end up not claiming because they might win and go, you know what, I don't want a KYC. And if that is the case, then that's still their choice. And so in order to allow those people to have that choice, it seems to be more fair to leave that pass there, that sand there, and say, when you're ready, you won, and you have a right to choose that, like, to claim that winning, right? So it's a tough one, because of course you want to be able to see the greatest number of people claiming the passes and claiming the sand and, like, keeping the ecosystem moving forward and doing those sorts of things, but not everybody is going to want to do that, and which, in a certain sense seems weird, because, like, maybe they are really just playing for fun, right? And they win and they decide, I'm not going to KYC on whatever principle that is, or, whatever that means. They should still have the right to choose that. So, Soy Boy saying, could you still have bot accounts sweeping prizes? Let me juxtapose that. Why would a person put bots work in, even if it's not, whatever, they're bots, right? They could do it themselves. Somebody mentioned a couple of weeks ago, maybe less than a couple of weeks ago, that it appeared like people who had previously bought it in season 2, knowing that they would KYC, dumped all their assets at the same time from these various wallets and accounts from the alpha season 1 and season 2 onto OpenSea, all at the exact same price. Like, a bunch of listings came up at the same time the day we announced that you would need KYC. So I would say the opposite question is also important to understand. Why would a person waste their computing power botting the Sandbox game if they know they can't claim? If they know they can't profit, they wouldn't waste their time. Does that make sense? So
right,
I don't see it as...
Here's a rebuttal here. Also, everybody, if you're just now joining us, it seems that a select few accounts are allowed to KYC. There should be an email out. So take a look at that. If you guys are looking to get into the early KYC, it's going to be just a test. So maybe your account has it.
And it only went out to people who were eligible to claim, and this is a chance, eligible to claim in season 2. So you won a reward in season 2, you claimed a reward in season 2, 1,000 of those people got the early access test to do the account verification. That's kind of the start of what we're talking about here.
Right. But Jay Kang does say, in rebuttal to the bots, doesn't seem right. They could just sell the bot accounts that have won the passes. So essentially, holding off and waiting on an account. Hopefully, our claims will go in waves.
The claims do go in waves,
as they did before. That's confirmed. And so
that seems
claim periods would be nice. I know some people are going to have troubles. As Casper Ghost over on YouTube says, the Sandbox team give more time to claim prizes in case you have an issue having KYC and you won the last raffle. Also, not everyone has 10 weeks of time, especially working ones.
Right.
So
that's it, right? Like Casper Ghost is mentioning something that is a real human concern. I have to go to work, right? So you want to have longer time to be able to KYC, like traveling for work, that sort of thing. I mean, quite frankly, we know, because we've seen in the community already, we've seen on OpenSea, we've seen on our numbers that this is effective to preventing botting, right? So for a person to go out and potentially bot on the off chance that they might be able to sell those accounts, like, that seems wild to me. Like, what are you going to sell it for? $5? Possibly, I guess, maybe, but realistically, unless a person sees a value in the assets that they could go buy on OpenSea anyway, or the sand, which they can go buy on the general market. Like, why would you buy an account just to be able to claim those things that have the same accessible value on third-party exchanges already? Does that make sense? Like, I wouldn't buy a bot account that has a guaranteed earning of 500 sand or whatever it's going to be, and the assets, when I could just go buy 500 sand and the assets. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I get where you're coming from. I get that it's possible. I'm just trying to if I'm shopping it in my head, I just don't see it being a business viable concept. And that's what these bots essentially are. Just like, how can I make money on this, right? And if they can't make a dime, they wouldn't waste their time.
Some people have fear of
Marco's got a good point there too.
Spite bots as well.
Right. But Marco's got a good point saying, why would they sell accounts when you have to give the seed phrase of a MetaMask to sell the account, right? So that's another aspect, is a person wouldn't buy an account when they know that the seller already is shifty and they have the seed phrase. So both people get access to the account. It just doesn't make a logical sense at all to do it. So you can see the advantages to doing the KYC and why it makes sense. Nonetheless, 1,000 of you out there on the internet.
We do hear the concerns, though. We like hearing them.
Yes. I mean, it's good to work them out, right? To have these conversations. And that's kind of, I literally, today, I'm like sick to my stomach, actually not feeling well at all. And I was like a click away. Conrad wasn't here, like dead on the time. I had like the preview thing. No, not pointing that out at all for any reason, Conrad. Just like working, speaking out loud. Good. The 8:01 p.m. I see it tick, and I had the preview thing like ready to go, and I was like, man, I am not feeling well enough to do this. But this news was important enough to do so. So
it's good
nonetheless,
stuff. It's good stuff.
Yes.
Alex isn't here today, unfortunately, Sir John Lewis.
That's all right. I know it's in the description, so I can get confusion. What's up? Are you guys playing games in the draft gallery? We did have a request on page 4, so I'll probably go through and is this
right?
Ice Crazy Fact? Is that the one?
Factory, yeah. It looks to be
World.
Okay, yeah. We definitely do play those draft gallery games here and give feedback. So Tyler, if you have a game for us to play, it's what we do live.
Yeah. Let's get to it. But yeah. So anyway, that's the only bit of news that we had today. The only thing that we had for news. So I'm going to jump into this game here, created by Lululand World, published in here, and I'm going to give some feedback on these experiences. So if this is the first time that you guys are watching us, let me know if you have a game you'd like for us to play like Tyler Garcia just did over on YouTube, and we can add it to the queue. Those games that we play live, we will test them for grammar situations because those are quick to see. We'll test them for physics glitches. We'll test them for audio visual things. Whatever I see as I'm playing and I'm just thinking out loud, we'll give you feedback on those experiences to help make them better and more complete for the metaverse, right? And again,
things to that next level.
One thing to note is that these are interpretive opinions of mine and Conrad's. So if you disagree as a developer, you are, of course, always within your full rights to do whatever you want, because you can create whatever your vision is for the metaverse here in the Sandbox game. What's up, Rufu? It's early for you, and Hill, it's really, really late for you where you are over on Facebook.com. Hillary, the news is simple. You might have got an email about KYC. If you didn't, don't worry. It's just an early test, and I'm pretty sure you claimed something in Alpha Season 2. So, nonetheless, let's go! I'm trying to stay excited. I'm trying to stay hyped. I got to tell you, Conrad, I don't know. It's probably because I ate 2 brownies. All right, we got instructions here. We got instructions.
What?
A box
What?
and a puck in order.
Wait,
what?
You eating brownies? What?
Yeah, like literally, actually, in real life, my wife made brownies. They smelt good. Regular brownies.
Joseph,
not special brownies, friend.
What did she put in those brownies?
Y'all are wild. Regular brownies, okay? And I think combining that with like cranberry juice together was just like, maybe it was just way too much sugar, and my body is now fighting me, and it hates me.
Not a fan.
All right. Dr. Metaverso says, one last question for me on the KYC before we get started. To be 100% clear, the KYC is for claiming. However, selling items on the marketplace, will that be requiring KYC as well? Dr. Metaverso, in order to participate in the financial aspects of the economy of the Sandbox game directly on sandbox.game, you will need to be KYC'd. That's the simple answer. Anything that is a financial transaction that uses our systems would need to be KYC'd, because the Sandbox game must be legally compliant with multiple international governments, and KYC is the safest way to do that. For the interest of the future of the Sandbox game economy, the lands you own, the sand you bought, you're going to want that. I assure you. You don't want somebody coming along in 2 or 3 years or something and suing the Sandbox as an entity, and then having the platform itself, that is the infrastructure, be taken out. Because then it would take a lot of work for the decentralized groups of all of us out here working to rebuild all of these different components that have been built over the many years that the Sandbox has been working on this. So nonetheless, yes, that should save you, hopefully, some time. I know Patio 3900, brownies and cranberry juice, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's what was in front of me, you know what I mean? I was just trying to chill and have a relaxed day because things have been stressful for Joe lately. Nonetheless, trying to buy a house. I haven't told anybody about it. Nobody on the internet anyway. And it's been wild. It's been really wild. Like 30 days, every day, something new. Woo!
Pretty wild. All right. We got ice cream. Mobile is on the docket for something to be done, but we need to finish out the PC and Mac clients first.
I'm kicking
so we'll be sure to
bits
let people know on that
the road, bro. I'm kicking these things. I'm just assuming if I just kick it straight to the bottom, I'm going to make an ice cream. Is that right? Is that a good assumption? Back to the top.
Okay, so this is really fun.
Oh!
The advertisement, the coming soon for one of their other games being right there.
I want ice cream in that. Oh no, wait. I'm stuck. Okay, I put the oh, okay. I got not ice cream, but I got, wait, the boxes. No. Oh no.
You need boxes plus ice cream.
I need that. Okay, here we go. I need the ice cream in the hole. All right, I did it, I think.
Let's go.
I'm going back.
Let's go.
I'm going back. I'm kicking ice cream. I'm kicking cones. Let's go. All right, cones. Let's get the heck out of here, bro. Got a lot of cones. Ah! All right, okay. All right, okay. Nope. All right. There you go. Get the freak Ice cream, bro. Let's get it. Okay, I need to get down here because these two little ice cream boys, you know, they're giving me a hard time. Yeah, go over there. Come on. Oh, no! Okay. I got an ice cream. I got another one. I'm kicking him out. All right, I got a goal. Another
Get
ice
it.
cream. There we go. More ice cream.
Get it?
Okay. Where are my cones at, though? Where are my cones at, though? I got cones. Ah! I fell. But I got another cone. That's all right. As long as this cone makes it.
All right.
Come on, get on
Make some
down
ice
here.
cream.
Wait, what happened to the cone? It can't go in the water. Of course it can't. It's cone.
No.
Why would you want? You don't want
It's-
cones in
it's
water.
Gonna do a
That doesn't-
die.
Oh, that cone is out of here, bro.
Yeet.
Yeet, yeet, yeet. Here we go. Okay, kicking cones. Oh,
Oh.
goal.
I lost
All
one of the
right.
boxes.
I
All right.
did.
I like the simplicity of this game. Oh, you can climb out of
Wait, what?
those. Oh.
Oh, I didn't know. Now we're thinking 7
now
dimensions right
this
here.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is interesting.
No.
Oh, you just. Come
All
on,
right.
you had
All right.
one job.
No, it's fine. I get it. I understand. I can get this ice cream cone right here. Boop. There we go. Okay. Not that way, no. Over here, but not so much. Not so aggressive. Okay, be patient, Pete. Patient, Pete. What? Okay.
Oh,
gonna
I was
freak
close.
out. I was gonna freak out, chat. Okay, it's in the goal. I think I've made ice cream. I have no idea. I have a box and a puck in order. Wait, in order? Oh no.
Yeah.
I
It's
thought
1-2.
I was
1-2, Joseph.
Yeah, I thought I was just able to cheese it a little bit, get cheddar in there. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. Is that one ice cream? How many ice creams do I have? I have no idea. Is it going to tell me at the end? I hope so. No! Go over there.
Oh.
Okay. That's fine.
Nice
That's
save.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Ah. Can I do it? Video games. Let's go over here. There we go. Oh, nope. Okay, what did I do? How many did I get? How many ice creams did I do? Did I only actually get 2? I only
I think you
actually
only
got
did
2
2.
ice creams the whole time. Because I didn't do it in order. I didn't read the text in the top right. Okay. So, interesting. Zoom out your camera. It says in the thing. I'm as zoomed out as I get. All right, I'm gonna try to restart. I'm gonna see what I can do here on a couple of them. So first, instructions are 1 box, 1 puck.
There's a button on the right side to open the snowman. Oh, okay. So when we're back on top there.
Okay. 1 box. Whoa.
Or
I got more
3.
than 1. All right, that's okay. I'm gonna leave them set there. I think that's gonna be good.
Or can we like
Oh,
stack
no!
them up? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Heck and heck, bro. Heck and heck, dude.
Now you just need to do.
Yeah, we're just gonna put a bunch of
There we
ice
go.
cream down here.
That's fine. That's fine right here. Welcome, enjoy. Happy Friday.
No, don't go. Oh,
Oh.
you hacker, bro.
Oh.
Hacker, man.
We're testing out some of these games. We're getting it done. There's 2 in a row there.
I know that's
You
not gonna
should
make
be
an
able to
ice
do-
cream. I can do,
You
but
should.
I can do 1. I like this right here, right? I got 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we're 1 ice cream.
And I went all the way up. I'm
we
going
want
all
cones.
the way
Okay.
up.
Now, upon first playthrough here, the timer, of course, felt, like appropriate, right? As far as like a weasel that in there. It
Yes,
feels
sir.
appropriate for for the goal at hand, like trying to learn the game, trying to figure it out. Like we got down that we could climb on the backdrop. We had time to explore all the gears, really get a feel for what this experience is like. And oh, nice, that saved itself.
Right.
But then we run into this problem with replayability, so where we have to maximize as much as possible, as Joe is doing right now. So he's trying to high score it. But where's the dynamic change? Where is our sudden, kick up in skill based play to where now Joseph has to get good? Is it going to be just a high score he's going to be chasing? Or do you want another sort of like fun incentive for your player to have when you're ramping up the difficulty?
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to juggle that.
Perfect.
Here we go. Okay, I got a couple more ice cream. Yeah, I think that's interesting too. Is like I think it's good bones so far. I'm making an ice cream. You can see clear directions. Only 360 seconds. It says one cone plus one, one ice cream. There are ways to do it faster because I have other bits that have been laying around now. Oh no. Okay. No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna save that, dude. There we go. Okay. And then now that I've done it, so here's an interesting thing. Now that I've done it, I guess I'm kind of going back to what you just said a little, but like, why 6 minutes now?
Exactly.
Right?
It's
now,
too much allotted time.
Yeah, now it could be 2-3 minutes and I'd be happy with this. I shouldn't have put that thing in there. I'm supposed to go get the cones in there first. But that's all right. Yeah, because I kind of know what I'm doing now. I want to get these cones in just one at a time because I can't do two. Can't queue up the tasks, right? So I'm going to cone it up.
Oh, right on. There's a user. There's a user that made 19 plus ice cream.
Yeah, and that's I guess that's kind of where I'm at is like it's cool that I can do this many, but it doesn't feel fast paced anymore. Like it doesn't feel like there would be a lot of people around the same number, if that makes sense. Like I want to have the maximum number of players getting 12 or something, like cones. Or 5 even. Like the maximum number of players feeling like they're close to the top and that there's just a little bit more that they need to do. Give them that like one more try mentality in this experience. And I think that it's going to go a long way. No. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Thank you, Rufu. But unfortunately, it's not. So if you got a contact, let us know. Okay. Carson over on Twitch consumed 7 hours making ice cream. Trying to get that high score. Wow.
Like the known high score, is that it? Because that's another thing that's interesting about this particular experience is that there's not currently like a huge metric, I guess. There is, but there's not on the way that the high scores are built. And of course you guys don't really know, but the way the high scores system is built in the Sandbox game currently wouldn't operate very well with this because it's not about a high, like a number of consecutive things, but just like a speed of function.
Right. I'm not really upset, but sad more like it that we can't see how many ice creams we're currently at easily.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing, I guess. Yeah, because there is a way to do that well, and that is like, oh, wait, what killed me? Oh, time. Okay, so now. This on the left and the right. I totally didn't even look at this. Like I didn't look around this giant snowman before. I considered them to all be like world building elements back there, and I didn't look at him at all.
Right?
So want more ice cream over here. Looks like you've got a nice ad for a Christmas deer and a steampunk character. But like probably because of the pipes and the fact that
where do we go? Right.
Yeah,
I thought the game was just done and stuck.
Right. But you can jump over here. It's a dangerous button. You don't want to touch it, do you? I mean, I do. Press the button. And then I can go get ice creams. Or, no, I can just get them and, like, throw them around. So, again, I don't have, like, a counter for it, except for to manually count. on these ice creams, which is, that's okay. But there is a way where you could just make it like count up as a UI element on, in a portion of the screen that isn't inside this, giant snowman. Um, like if you had the glass section here and they were just spawning, sticking up on top, you could have it be up to a certain number, whatever it is, 25, 50, if you wanted to, possibilities that pop or spawn in this section, because you already make it so that they spawn. But it seems like when you put them together, you probably just have a spawner in here, I would imagine, which is easier, admittedly, of course. You have a spawner that would spawn this whole asset that is an ice cream, right? But instead, you could make it so that a spawner exists, and when you get one, that thing gets destroyed so that it will spawn the first one, and then you can spawn a second one. It requires a lot more back-end code, or like, not coding, but calculator work essentially to make this possible. But it would look cleaner, and it could look more like UI elements in that way. So, but nonetheless.
Right. And also, where are we going to end the game? Does it like end on its own?
Yeah, currently the game doesn't end, as far as I can tell. So you can run around a little bit, but
gotta get that victory screen.
You could restart, of course, but yeah, like if it is something where I can kind of look around your world and like kind of it breaks a little bit of that. Like the highest score till now is 15, owned by SSK Wolf, according to this. On the background, which is nice that you've got a sort of like leaderboard thing going on, but it looks like I'm imagining you just manually update that. Okay. So, if somebody does have something higher, I like the fact that that's back there, but again, it's not like highlighted enough, I guess. Like when I look at the world from this point right here, it's just like all I see is the snowman, because I am focused on how many ice creams did I get, trying to decipher because they're just kind of jumbled up in there. I wouldn't even be opposed to the fact that like maybe you don't even need the button and you just don't have the glass wall there, because nothing can fall forward from this point. So if anything, they would just be spewing out of the snowman in a good way, or you would actually be able to notice it. And then when you spawned, you would spawn into a pile of them, and like they would just explode in happiness or something like that. So you've got a lot of different possibilities,
I mean, you already have this nice framed box that you've created for the game itself.
Yeah.
So just last night we got to see a pachinko machine in the Scarnaville by King of Crypto. You could easily have these ice creams be falling out of the snowman's mouth, or however you want to do the snowman. Oh, there's our finish there.
Yeah.
If you want them to still could be coming out of the out of the chest cavity, however you want to do it. You could be having these ice creams. Maybe instead of it just building one, maybe it builds a pack of ice cream, right, for your success. And the confetti shoots out, and the ice cream is now falling in front of your actual like gameplay box.
Yeah.
And it's just going off into the ether. But it's a instant gratification notion to keep playing and to go, oh, I had a success. Look at that. I made an ice cream. It is now falling. I can see it. They're building up at the bottom. Maybe they start piling up to where it's like outrageous the better you do.
Yeah.
Where it's almost invasive onto the gameplay,
Well, there's also this, there's also another possibility too. I'm going to restart here just to like walk and show. So let's imagine, like, we know we already have to walk left and right? We already know. And you've got all these gears and they're doing the work, and that looks cool. I admit that looks very cool. But if you'd had designed the level in such a way where like these two blocks right here, all the way up, are an empty silo, right? And then when you successfully build an ice cream, the ice cream drops, boop, and it stops right here. And they start stacking up like a thermometer.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. You're thinking in the background there, the foreground. Yeah. No, I was thinking in the foreground where they're falling in front of us as we're playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just simply filling up that play space back there would be a good use of
Yeah,
your
exactly.
map here.
Yeah, it would use the map. It would keep them in there. You could build on this manufacturing system that you have going on, right? Like maybe it comes up in the background and then drops down in the thermometer looking thing. But what that would do is it would make them really easy to count, and it would make it really obvious that you are currently succeeding without having to do the UI thing that I mentioned before, and without having to do complex code. So they're quick to count.
Right.
They're stacking up. So, if you're making a video, you're seeing them. Now they're stacked up to here while you're going crazy, or they're stacked up to here because you got 15 or something like that. You get 20, you get 25. And then if for some reason the people just get really, really good at this,
filling up and coming at you, right?
Exactly. They're piling up over the top at that point. Something like that. You have a very good opportunity to do that. But yes,
correct.
Old one saying, yeah,
the player should see it as the moment they make it.
Yes.
Right.
And then another thing as you had to mention to me just now in the chat, how do I restart the level, right? Aside from pressing O and restarting the game. So if you have to tell me how to do that in the chat, then that usually means that the indicators that you have aren't obvious enough. So if I do finish the level where I'm at the top of the level, right up here, because you want to show your promotions, you want to show your ads or whatnot, then you could have your robot there having a counter, and the counter ticks up 1. This is going to require a logic, but I think that you have a really good game at its base here. You have a game that obviously people want to play. You've got people getting high scores out here, and they're enjoying the competition of it. So if every time an ice cream falls past a certain point, probably when it's in the manufacturing section in the back, right? It's spawning and it's starting to fall. When it falls past a certain point, it could tick up a number on a calculator, right? An asset that's happening in the background that's invisible. But it could tick up a number so that and you have a counter for your robot. And then at the end, your robot's counter, when you talk to them, it'd be like, hey, want to know your score? And that's what the robot says. The robot will tell you your score. And then after the robot tells you your score, you can say, would you like to play again? So the robot prompts you for the restart. You say yes, and you restart, right? You know your score, you restart. You also would have a visual indicator that the client, the game itself is telling you the number. So if you don't want to have to count and you're just on full speed run mode and you're not looking at the thing filling up and you're like, I got 15, you'll know right away. So lots of interesting ideas here, and hopefully some of them have been helpful to you for this game. But I think you've got, at its base, it's a great game.
I like it.
So
it's
again,
easy to figure out. We just need this mechanic to be just a little bit more. That's all.
Right. And I'm going to go back to the points that I hit at the beginning, probably faster. I'd like to see the timer be less than 6 minutes. 6 minutes is a long time once you've learned once. Maybe a tutorial when you first load. Do you want to play a tutorial? So you say yes, and that one is 6 minutes long, so people can learn it the one time. And then you go to the game mode, which is only 3 minutes long or something like that. And you
could have these cannons here, or these tubes that are popping up the ice cream cones and the ice cream itself. You could just start shooting those at the player. That way you can teach them that this is going to have physics. Now go kick these around, and it's just kind of a fun little tutorial zone where you already have this idea of the backdrop beginning to fill up with the ice cream, right? You could build that onto the tutorial where, your player is trying to get to the actual gameplay, but now they have to learn that, this stuff has physics. We'll just fill up an entire room, just start shooting them with it as they're obviously filling up, and then they're being destroyed because you have those triggers already to, after the player has kicked them off to the corners of the room, they, count to the score, or however you may do it. But you can easily teach a player mechanics by showing them. You don't necessarily have to directly tell them how to do things. Yeah,
but I also really like what you've done in the background with these sort of billboards in these sections. But I guess I want to note one other thing. When I was playing this game, this might work for some folks, I don't know, but you may want to do a survey to see how many people actually saw this. My cat is going nuts right now, Doug. This is crazy.
Yes. I really, really like this backdrop little advertisement. I'm always going to be a fan of this, of promoting yourself in your own work.
Yeah.
Of course.
Agreed.
Uh,
Yeah.
this though, even though it looks really good, it being in the primary placement of the game, may not be where you want it, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Maybe on that
Oh, I died
maybe
because of the
maybe on
timer.
that
Yeah.
ending screen, right? Otherwise, for this game, you want to promote replayability of your own experiences. So I would promote um, speed running aspect of the game itself, or what's like, look at this person's high score, as you had on the top side. Well, put
Yeah.
that in the backdrop, and like influence people to want to um, go back to your experience and try and get their name on that leaderboard in the background, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that as well. Like, if I was to redo this particular billboard, I would have "A Love Is Forever" be somewhere not way in the back like you've done at the top where you have their names, but have the leaderboard be right here. Have your name brand, Lululand, a Lululand experience, that branding on that board next to their name, right? Because you want
Right.
people to see your name. You're the most important thing you are selling. Not necessarily in this, what you've shown here, you've got "A Love Is Forever," and I agree that it would be important for people to see that, but your name brand is going to be more important because that's a trust thing, right? Like, you don't people generally don't know Air Force Ones more than they know Nikes or Jordans or something like that, right? Like, you don't know a subsection more than you know the main brand, right? So if I'm promoting there, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have their name next to your name. And then when you got your billboards at the top, bring those to the forefront, where, like, at the same depth as where the snowman is, instead of up and in the back like you've done there. Up and in the back is good for like Christmas trees or whatever you've got back there. But the billboards up in the front, then I'll be able to see them. Because I was only looking at the foreground when I spawned at the top, especially because the ice creams were there. So if I'm going to spawn at the top when this ends anyway to talk to the robot to tell me my high score possibly, put your billboards right up front to say "A Love Is Forever," coming soon, Alpha Season 3. And, the smaller text things can be up there.
All right.
But it's good.
Otherwise, like, knocking out of the park, guys. Like,
It's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good game.
We only continue to see great work from everybody here.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what do we got up next, Conrad? Do we have anything up next, or some questions that have come through in the chat?
We
know we have one
do.
more.
Smokestone Media.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dress nice. You can't make me do it. But they want us to play Raptor Ridge Run. This is currently on page 23.
Okay. Will do. All right, old one. Appreciate that opportunity to play you guys' games once again. No matter what kind of experience we've played on here, it's always fun to be able to work with you guys and get the feedback both directions, really. So if there is if there's something that I say or Conrad says that comes through and you don't quite connect with it or don't quite understand kind of our perspective on it, feel free to ask questions about those too, because we're more than willing to kind of flesh out the details on some of these things if we have a chance. Tyler Garcia had a game as well on page 3. I think they had asked. Do we have that one?
Correct.
Notated?
We do.
Very
yes.
good. Okay, sorry.
It is.
I don't have our
next
notes
up on the list. No worries.
Oh yeah,
no
I see
worries.
it there. Okay, cool. I just
I
pulled
got
up
you,
our
Tyler.
list.
That'll
All
be
right.
the next one popping up.
So, can you escape this harsh primordial wasteland to ensure the survival of the raptor species? All right. I am the raptor. 75 million years ago, the Earth is an unforgiving volcanic wasteland. I amused myself there, chat. The carnivorous velociraptor is amongst several theropod species struggling to avoid extinction. All right. With the Cretaceous period coming to a close and the Chicxulub asteroid looming above, will the raptor genus survive the challenges ahead? All right. As I'm coming through this space, for some reason I want to be able to climb that rock. I know it's dumb. But look at these legs. Look at these legs. Lift up that
Right.
lift up them tootsies, Lift that foot up there and climb that rock. So I'd put something here so I'd be able to climb that rock.
So far, our character asset is very cool. I like this dinosaur. What's our dodge roll animation here? Oh, a caveman in the background.
Ah.
Oh my goodness.
I can attack as well. Ooh, it looks good. Looking good. Feeling good. Oh!
Looks very good.
Don't hit me, weakling dinosaur. Bleh. It was rather large for being a weakling. All right. I've got a raptor egg. New objective unlocked. A dying breed. As one of the last of your breed, you must gather 9 raptor eggs to ensure the evolution of the raptor species. I'll try.
The Ridge Raptor.
Can I block?
I don't remember.
I can block, but there's not a block animation on the raptor.
No, we want full animations, of course. I'm curious if there's dance as well.
Yeah.
Mega
Can I
long
dance?
distance right there.
There's no dance on the raptor.
Definitely got to program some dance.
Um,
Going to be essential, but
Well,
I'm really liking this, old school platformer that we're getting here. Oh, the arrow and the lava in the background. That's solid. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Our enemies respawning here.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Oh, wait. Each of their burning souls must be killed twice. It does tell you in the text. These underground raptors are from a rival species. Eliminate this horde of fire raptors, but beware. Each of their burning souls must be killed twice. So, if you're going... Okay, this is a possibility. Ignore it if it's too much, but I think this is an interesting idea. So, the fire raptors that are down here, they die. You say burning souls. And it makes me think of maybe using another asset there as the thing that spawns the second time that is literally the soul of the raptor. Something that looks ghastly. Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Because these guys are going to spawn again.
I mean, if you want to take yourself out of some realism here, maybe have some swirling ghosts in your backdrop. Maybe this dystopia after, the asteroid hit and, everybody's going extinct. There's some cataclysmic background that's happening that's not so scientifically explained, but otherwise, it's crazy fire ghosts.
Right. And actually, as you mentioned the background, it kind of, I guess I don't mind the arrow. It's pretty overt. But
with how it's can you head back up top? I'm asking a lot of you here. Is that possible?
I don't know if I can, but I'll try.
Also, a few weeks ago, we can't. I'll get to what I'm saying about the backdrop another time then, because I'll try and point it out to you when we restart, because we're gonna restart this one. This is very well done. Okay,
I'm in the lava, but I'm not dead yet. There we go.
There we go. You were ticking down.
Yeah,
not
basically.
Instant kill. Good spawn point though.
It was a good spawn point relative to that. Yeah.
Fire breathing dinosaur.
But he didn't breathe fire when it attacked.
There we go. A few weeks ago, I don't like instant kill lava. It's the worst. You should be able to float down and die.
What is this, Terminator?
See yourself suffer. Yes.
No, it doesn't. I prefer instant kill lava. What are you going to do? You're stuck in there. Your leg is down and under. It's going to get you. I mean, I don't know.
So in the case of being able to jump out of it, for instance, think if you made that section down there with the lava, one high. So you could fall into it, you could take some damage, and then it's just another obstacle that you could avoid if you were good, if you had the parkour skills necessary to avoid it, so you won't take extra damage for these fights.
Sure.
That's what I mean by, instant kill anything that I don't like. It's because it's not an obstacle to get around. It's just another type of checkpoint that you're going to fumble on. And in this case, because it's that platformer, it's that Castlevania pitfall, it's the Mega Man pitfall between platforms. You probably want to turn on the instant kill lava in this case. I hate it personally, but if you don't want your hero to be able to jump out and climb out of it, then just kill him immediately. These guys are pretty tough here.
They are pretty tough, but like I'm okay with the toughness on this one because it's not like it's crazy. But their AI just like really just doesn't know I exist.
AI broke.
I know what happened. Okay, so what happened here is that you have these listed as a predator, right? But it dealt a sufficient amount of health that it was like, I'm full. And okay, I'm stuck in the lava again. Blaze.
You died much faster that time.
Yeah.
I wonder if I just wasn't paying attention to the HP. Soldier. Oh, okay.
Okay, you've got it as soldier. They wander.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm wondering if there's a reason why they lost focus on me. I like this little Mario fireball. Does it hurt? It does hurt.
It does. That's good.
Job.
That's
like
good.
This
is what I mean by like damaging, you know, like obstacles where when you finally do get into your next fight, did they hurt you too much for you to move on? And you know, that's what your obstacles should be about is, can I optimize my gameplay, my skill-based play, and be that step up of the next player that's going to do this experience? And if, you know, if it's an instant kill, then the skill-based play is simply you did it or you didn't. But if you add in the element of being able to hurt your player, then that adds all sorts of extra minutia where they could possibly die. Because at this point, you know, fighting these enemies, it's not too hard. We figured it out. But where does the challenge, you know, excel at this point? Where's our skill-based play going from here?
No.
I thought you could jump on that skull.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to check it again because I feel like I should have. Well, it looks like I'm, yeah, I'm not going to be forced to. So I'm going to go optionally check it again. Oh, that's weird.
It gets
Eliminate
way
the minor
harder.
menace before their things multiply. All right. You can.
You can.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just bad at video games on that one. There we go.
Of course, Smokestone, you know, I am speaking out of turn here as we haven't seen the full experience. But I do really like how we have a backdrop that we can't access that is feeding to the feel of the game. So this is something that's being done more recently, which is, you know, trying to put atmosphere into these experiences. Oh, you can easily hide an Easter egg right there.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I literally was looking for the regular eggs because I was like, that would be the last. That's the place right there.
This is what we were talking about earlier.
So
we have this underground zone, right, where the backdrop is just out of touch, and then we have this top side to where the foreground, or the background rather, is expansive, and it goes on much further than that like closed-in cave area. Very well done in this effect. This is very cool.
Yeah, and that's interesting because when I'm looking at the little cave part, I was actually thinking like the cave could be improved on the basis that everything was pretty flat there. Like the cave is really good because it is a cave, right? It is what it is. It's a cave. But a couple of little like stalactites in there, you know, something. Elder Triceratops. I like that. No, don't hurt me. Ah, I'm getting bit. I gotta dodge asteroids coming in. They didn't get hit by the asteroid, though. That's interesting. He hurts. Not getting a lot of tells for when he's attacking versus when he's getting attacked. Like the animation looks identical. So maybe the Elder Triceratops animation ought to change a little bit. I don't know if you made that one yourself or if somebody else did, but
excuse me. So yeah, we end up getting this this other aspect where we need, you know, a power scaling if we're gonna have a lot of HP on a monster. To date, I've made 0 assets. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about, people. When you're in this game maker, if you have a specialty, you know, you can link up with game creators that don't know how to do the VoxEdit portion to their liking. So maybe you can help them out. because these game creators are out there, Vox editors. This is very cool, though.
That shininess that was just happening here. I know it's your checkpoint system now that I've played a little bit more, but I like that it also just there told me, like, there's a surface down here. Because I was just at the top thinking, like, I don't know which way to jump. I'll probably die. And then, boom. It's going to be a surface. Did I just get hit by that lava?
Yeah, you jumped past that.
Yeah. Give me that right. I'm out of here, bro. I don't have to beat up you.
Primordial souls heal you. Oh, okay. So you've been killing some healing dinosaurs so far. Well, we're gonna need the evil ending then.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. What's up, humans?
Oh, no.
Primitive caveman. Wow, boy, geez. I'm
Bada boom. Bada boom.
I beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up. And if I can't beat you up, I'm gonna respawn nearby.
There was a tweet recently.
Now they're bones. They're bones.
Awesome. That's a really cool effect. Okay.
I'm a big fan of the fact that their bones spawned. Real talk. Yeah.
But there's a tweet recently made by Sebastian, speaking about how in the Web3, you know, you want to be whatever you want to represent yourself as, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And this was, you know, in rebuttal to Meta being like, look, you can create your exact you. And I was like, but what if I want to be a raptor?
Yes.
And this right here, you have done this for me. Thank you so much.
Let's go be a raptor. Ow. Oh, I need that rock. Where's that rock? Oh no, the other one didn't spawn up in time. A little inconsistent on the timings of these boulders that are coming up here. So I didn't know when to go. Like, I know I can't go now. I won't make it to the end. So make sure that your movement times on these are the same. Excuse me. If they are offset, of course, that's great. That's fine. But I got to be able to do that. And unless there's a way that I can tell what that is, when that is, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay, 3, 6, and 4 seconds, Smokestone tells us.
Right, so there's not going to be an indicator for that because I won't be able to see the third one. So I could have spent a great deal of time. Being as they're all even numbers, you know, that's going to happen, what, guaranteed once every 18? Nope, that's not good enough. Oh, heck, I got to destroy a lot of things. Somebody find me a common denominator for 3, 6, and 4. 24 is the soonest? No, 12. Duh, 12.
12. Yeah,
12 seconds.
We got this.
But nonetheless,
we swear.
Can I hit this thing? Okay, that one didn't appear to show an HP, but that's okay. It did go down. Anyway, yeah, once every 12 seconds, those things line up, but I have no way of identifying that. That would happen once every 12 seconds. And then here, let's see. I know that you didn't customize this asset, so you couldn't make it possible. But if I was to take this to another level, yes, raptors can't talk. We understand that. But let's get to the end and have a little moment before it says victory. I've collected all the things, and you have a button that says, like, screech or something, right? And when you click it, your raptor animates like a with all the other raptors, or they all go berserk, right? I want to see, like, a victory screen that feels like more that I want to get the characters being excited about it, because now I'm emotionally invested in this one raptor after our journey together. You know, Barney can talk, says 9A7A. Listen, Barney is not a raptor, all right? Barney is he's just a dude in a suit or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, pretty good. Respawns don't have presets. Totally understand that for sure. So yeah, I think, you know, like I said, it's really, really, it's good in all the ways that you would want a traditional Pitfall game, like Conrad mentioned, to be. Except that, the lavas that are too deep to get out of should just kill you. Right? What was some other points here, Conrad? Just the highlights here.
Oh yeah, just upping that animation game. The platforming feels really solid. There's, you know, I can think of a lot of games in the same vein that you've definitely have the platforming, like, down pat, and it's comparable. You know, like, and, you know, when those rocks start falling from above, there was a really, really cool extra effect. I was starting to think when you were fighting that Elder Triceratops, the very first boss fight in Altered Beast back on the
Oh
SNES.
man, yeah. Sega, bro. That was a Sega launch date
Oh yes,
with the console
Genesis on
exclusive.
the Genesis there.
Friend, I have a
Yeah, you got
copy,
me there.
so I'm gonna get you there. This guy, you know.
I literally have
No,
a
but
box with it too. But
I've-
60
so
hours on that build, says Smokestone. Okay.
world elements here, Smokestone. I'm thinking about world elements, right? Um, Here's a fun one for you. You obviously you don't have to do it, but I like this game, and I think that it's a game that you genuinely might want to just mint in the metaverse if you have an opportunity to do so. But let's imagine that we've done all this work, right? You've got the elements; they're slowly accelerating, like the fireballs are coming up out of the lava. You've got the little meteorites coming down, right on the in the game. Those are things that we're dodging. But why not? Why not just absolutely break the heart of your gamer? All right. And when you get here to the end screen and you grab that last egg, and you haven't yet maybe pushed the button for Screech, but you've already grabbed the last egg. Let's have the last egg trigger a world event where up over the horizon, you start to see coming through the atmosphere the asteroid that will destroy.
Just a white cloud that just slowly takes over the screen.
Absolutely.
And it's just victory with just white.
Yeah, victory in name only. You know what I mean? Or like the asteroid is coming from top left, because if you are really far off to the right side here, right? Then this is going to be a thing that you could trigger in these background elements, like using the void asset thing. You could start to destroy that mountain in the background, right? Or whatever. You could make those things happen where like a small meteor seems to come across, hits this mountain in the background, and then a void element pops, so the mountain itself starts disintegrating and gets destroyed, right? And so your victory becomes like an in-name only, and people are like, oh no, the Raptors are gone. We all know they're gone, right? But victory, evolution, Tyler Garcia is saying, right? There's all sorts of things you can do without having to do text to build like story that's happening here in the background, in the middle of your adventure. And then people who are just going to play this to get the best possible time are going to do that. You could do your speedrun competitions, but you've also got something where people get first touch emotionally invested. So it's an idea,
right?
Whatever you want to do.
I mean, you could just have the moon of Termina, like just Legend of Zelda style, like just looming as it's getting closer, as your timer is ticking down.
Yeah.
And if you don't finish it in time, it finally smacks.
Well, that's interesting.
There was a large meteorite in the sky. Great idea to make an impact. Oh, okay. We didn't catch the meteorite, or at least I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it at the beginning, but Conrad, you wanted to restart because you wanted to be on the overworld. So let's see it here.
Yeah, we got to see that, but I definitely want to see this meteorite here.
All right. We're explaining the story a little bit here. I'm coming over here. I see the white object. I assume that's a moon.
It's towards the middle.
Okay. So if the meteorite exists and it's toward the middle, I'm wondering if it's not still in the viewpoint at the end, so you could make it work.
That is the moon that you were pointing out there.
That's no moon. Up. Okay, I'm already falling underground, so maybe I never see the meteorite. You might have put it in the game and it's just an additional asset that's not optimized. If that makes sense. Wait, do I have to kill those to proceed? Is there an invisible wall there?
I think so.
Let's check one more time.
Interesting.
Because it would be the first one. I was able to skip the others.
Right. It's going to be in that second area after you go back up.
I'm going to try to see if I can...
Well, PG Live PT asked a question a little while ago. Guys, I'm creating a game where all types of assets. If one day I want to sell them as a collection related to that specific game, like avatars, enemies, what would I need to do?
Collections can be made for groups or partners currently. So you would need to, if you had created an experience essentially reach out, contact at sandbox.game, and attempt to make a curated collection in an agreement with the Sandbox game, and those would go in the marketplace with a subcategory, similar to the way that like Snoop Dogg's assets have a subcategory right now.
Okay.
There can be multiple subcategories. You actually could. I don't know if you guys could see it or if only I could see it, but like there was one for GMAE Jam assets, I think, that was just made. I don't know if it was just made for fun or whatever, but there was something like that in there that I saw earlier today. And like I was literally just talking to Alex about what this process is for the Wizzy themed assets that we have, because as I mentioned yesterday, in the upcoming alpha, that last category of earnings at the bottom of the chart there that says NFT assets has actually got collections within that are like not every asset will be available to claim that bottom group. So like the spinning coin won't be included in that you can get on OpenSea, but a bunch, like a lot of curated collections are in there. So there's a whole bunch of those.
Right. And then Jim Brucha, wanting to know, can I join the Twitter contest to win an Alpha Pass while not being KYC'd? My ID is expired at this time, and I'm renewing it, but my country takes a long time to produce it.
Okay, so two things. First, the worst thing that could happen if you applied for a KYC is that you get denied. So I would say if you intend to KYC anyway, try to just do it with an ID that you have, right? It should be valid ID, but at the same time, again, the worst thing that can happen is you get denied. It's a human check first and foremost. So you're like the 3D picture of yourself is going to be as important as the ID itself. So give it a shot, and then otherwise you can do it as soon as it's done. And I mentioned earlier, users don't have a limited time to how they can collect those. So you should be okay. You could KYC later. But it's ideal you're going to want to KYC before the end of the season in order to claim that. But if for any reason it takes longer than that and you won, then the collection is not limited to a time at this time.
Right. And Tyler Garcia, as it seems that we're in the last 10 minutes of the show here, Joe, if you want to bring us up to the big screen so we can get through some of these questions that are going here, and if you want to throw out a forum.
Are we really in the last 10 minutes? Wow. I thought I was feeling sick, but you guys helped push me through it, so I appreciate you.
You got this one, Joe.
Man, literally, like, I kind of forgot about it, but I mostly just, like, clenched my non-existent abs down here. And kept working. I don't know.
We get through it.
All right,
we get through it somehow.
We got. Let me send that out. I'm gonna.
And Suti wants to know what happened to their memorabilia that's gone from their profile. It seems that the dashboard is getting updated at this time. The memorabilia won't be leaving your accounts as far as we're aware, and they may just be temporarily gone.
On that. You have a section right now that should still be there. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's only on my screen, but I double checked here. If you open sandbox.game and you click your avatar in the top right, you'll have a thing. It'll go profile, staking, badges. The third one, badges, is memorabilia. It says get badges by achieving various goals. Yes?
Meta, the link that's just sent out by Sandbox Official is a safe link.
It's true.
So please,
the forms.gle link that I just put in the chat is for your chance to win a Wizzy-themed NFT on this show. This is an NFT asset like this hat that I have here on the screen, but not this particular hat. These are new, brand new. In fact, minting this Saturday NFT. You're getting it pre-release by winning on this form. A Wizzy-themed NFT hat. This is Wizzy the Purples something hat, as you will work together with Alex this Saturday to define what that is, what the traits are of the asset. So join him on Saturday for sure. Only one person can win per stream. Sometimes we do two forms, but one person per form, and you can only win once per edition of the hat. They're limited to 200, and when they run out, they are gone. We have had the Wizzy the Blues hat. We have had the original Wizzy NFT. We've had Santa Wizzies we've given away. We had purple Wizzies we gave away and sold. We've had green Wizzies that we've given away. We had Wizzy the Green's lucky hat. And now Wizzy the Purple's hat is going out. So, yes. Uncle Grumpy17 says the badges section doesn't show up for us yet. Thank you. But hopefully that reassures you a little bit that it does exist, but I can only see it because I have special permissions. So forgive me on that. But it's there, and you are recorded. Not just for Season 2, chat. You also may have a badge if you participated in Season 1.
Ooh.
I have one. It says, when I click it, obtained memorabilia Alpha 1. So, you know, you guys might, you may have that if you were there before.
A super cool guy. I like it. The talent. Excuse me.
Man, this guy. All right, chat. I'm going to give you just a minute longer.
Titanium white, says Ivan Nunes.
Ooh, waiting for a titanium white Wizzy. That's interesting.
You're saying it right. It's titanium white.
White. Ooh, that sounds dope. Tyler Garcia agrees. Interesting.
Right. Sandboxer 27 over on Twitch says, what will happen to our avatars and assets after Sandbox migrates to Polygon?
Well, the Sandbox has started the migration already, and you've seen the process with regards to land if you own a land. But it is essentially that you'll have the opportunity to migrate your lands, as already exists, over to Polygon. They are still a land, they're just on the Polygon chain, right? Then the assets, same business, right? You have an opportunity to migrate it over there so that you would be able to use it when you meant your experience in your land. Presumably, you'll want to do that. Same thing with avatars. At a certain point, each one of those is going to have an opportunity to migrate. Once we're fully on the Polygon network, then we'll always be on the Polygon network. No reason to move from there. It's going to significantly increase transaction speed. It's going to decrease your fees and be significantly more ecological, which was the plan 1 year ago when we agreed to this, or with them, to make this migration happen.
Right. And one of the last questions of the night. We're beginning to wrap things up here. Been a solid Friday, everybody.
Ooh.
And Tyler, we will be getting to your game tomorrow at the top of the hour. We'll be getting right to it. But Cram,
I need to. You know what? Wow, that's got to be impossible. But that also makes them really lucky.
I'm into it. But
Sorry.
Cram over here says, hey, Joe, Conrad, my government ID is expired. Once again, we have another one of these. And it takes weeks, months for me to get it because my country is slow. Can I still participate to win weekly contests to win an Alpha Pass like on Twitter?
Yes, but once again, until you are KYC verified, you won't be able to claim. So
there we go.
Work on that process now.
Start
all right.
Getting it done.
So I locked down the
winner?
form and I rolled. And I'm going to ask before I say this. Chat, do you want... I asked the question. Tell me your favorite joke again, because I thought that went out pretty well last night. I had a lot of fun for that.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Okay. Should I be sure that it is a joke or not? Chat, you decide. Should it be a joke? Must they have a joke?
I mean, at least something that alludes to a joke, because that's...
This is very much not a joke. This is very much something that I can't say live. And not because it's inappropriate. Okay, I got 2 yeses, 3 yeses, 1 no, 4 yeses. Yes. Somebody said, I don't know any. You could Google one, Yale. Yes. Okay, so it's overwhelmingly yes so far. It's overwhelmingly yes.
I mean, Holly was born on April 1st, so she's always saying my whole life has been a joke.
Nice.
So you got that one real quick and easy. So
in season 3, somebody asks over on YouTube before I get to this, will we get more raffles for staking? Can't confirm that yet. I could check, but I don't know if all the UI has been finished yet on the website for that. So there's no way for me to say for certain whether there will or won't be. I've seen some of the rewards that I still can't talk about because I'm under non-disclosure agreement, but nonetheless. All right, so
All of chat wants to know what nonsense was put into that
Well,
box.
that's the problem is I can't say it because if I did, then somebody would be like, "Joe said it live." The thing that, you know. All right, so I re-rolled to see if this one's a joke. Oh, this is a joke, but like, is it a joke though, Conrad? Conrad, tell me.
Look, Joe.
Conrad, is this a joke?
Comedy
Comes in threes. Is this a joke? I put it in GMAE chat in our private personal chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna roll it again. I'll do it. I'll roll it.
I'm gonna say roll it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's very close. Very close. You almost got.
There we go. All right. Okay. This one's a dad joke. This one's a pun. I like this joke. User over on Twitch.tv said, "How does a cucumber become a pickle? It goes through a jarring experience."
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. That's
I like
pretty good.
that.
That's
I like
pretty
it.
good. That's pretty good. The username on that platform is Monkey Cha with two A's. MONKEYCHAA. You are the winner of the Wizzy, the Purples something hat. You could find out this Saturday, tomorrow morning, in just a couple of hours. All honesty. With Alex Florez, and he's going to send them out after that. So I'll get that to you. Chat, literally, somebody put, imagine this, this isn't true, but somebody tried to say that the joke was that season 3 was tomorrow. And I was like, I can't really. That's wild. I can't say that. That's mean. That's mean to the chat. I don't want to say that. So, I mean, yeah, human answers.
We got it.
Chat overwhelmingly wanted a joke. GG's to you, friend, Monkey Cha.
We'll be reading some more jokes, and hopefully, everybody, you are doing well today. And don't forget that if you aren't, that's okay, because no feeling is final. You can get through it. There's always tomorrow, my friend. And guess what? Who are we going to raid today? Who's going to get this chat over on twitch.tv?
I want to address this really quickly. Pila Robol saying, "I'll go look for a joke on the internet. It is tough, though, for non-native speaking English folks. If you don't speak English as your native language, it's okay to put a joke in your native language. I will still try to interpret it."
You guys, we have translators on our end that are quick and easy apps that allow us to translate on the fly without having to go through some bulky process. So if you guys have to speak to us in your native language, the worst that we get to do is say, "Hey, can you translate that a little easier? Like, can you say that a different way?" Phrasing,
Also, if I read it wrong, I love, honestly, to be corrected on it. Like, have you say, like, "No, that's not what it's supposed to mean. That service is bad," because then I can learn. I like learning. Chat.
Exactly.
Still see if anybody's streaming over on twitch.tv/the Sandbox Game. As I'm going to look up the category of the Sandbox. And if somebody's streaming this right now, we're going to raid them on Twitch.
She likes to hide, but Wayward Escapade is currently streaming. She doesn't have her camera on. She's just kind of chilling.
I see it. I'm going to raid Wayward Escapades right now. Chat. You guys want to raid Wayward? Let's do it. /raid space Wayward Escapades. Let's turn that off. I think that was going out. There we go. So we're all queued up to raid Wayward Escapades. Camera off right now, but they're creating in VoxEdit. And, we like to hang out with them, have some fun. Chat, it's my pleasure to hang out with you today. Had a good time. You guys made some fantastic games. Honestly, this is definitely higher caliber today. As these seemed like some pretty good completed products. And with just a couple little tweaks can be top tier Game Jam submissions. If you have a game that you'd like to submit for testing, review on this show, please leave it in the comments section. We have queued up right now for the show tomorrow night. Tyler Garcia, the Louvre Hub, currently, but we can add your game to the list at any time. So feel free, DM us on Twitter at TheVisionEX or at RadConDad. All one word for either one of those. And we'll see you soon.